Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to Sports Today. We bring you this video segment every single morning to help you catch up with things that you might have missed out on whilst you were catching up on some all-important rest, because let's face it, whilst you and I and the whole world really need sleep, the world of sport doesn't really sleep. There's always something or the other that's going on, and it can be a little tough sometimes to actually keep a track of everything. But worry not, that's what we're here for, and we have some pretty interesting news updates for you this morning, starting with the fact that Virat Kohli's brother has once again taken aim at Sanjay Manjrekar on the social media platform Threads, asking if Mr. Easy at Everything, or who thinks that ODIs are easy, has any advice for the team now. And well, once again, it continues the public war of words that Vikas Kohli is waging on behalf of his brother, although it is worth noting that his brother Virat has maintained a pretty dignified silence when it comes to this entire thing. However, one subsection of people who are very upset at the fact that results have been going downhill under Gautam Gambhir, well, there's a video going viral on social media wherein you can see fans actually booing Gautam Gambhir after the conclusion of the third and final ODI of the series against New Zealand, which of course consigned them to a 2-1 series loss. You could see fans or hear fans chanting Gambhir hi hi, and you could see that certain players, including the likes of Virat Kohli, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Shreyas Iyer, all were in frame looking at the fans, and Kohli in particular looked very shocked at what was happening, which just tells you what sort of a situation really we find ourselves in as far as fan apathy. That fans are so unhappy. This is the second instance now of Gambhir being booed at a stadium this loudly. And another story which has been of the interest to a lot of people is, of course, the ultimatum that the ICC has issued to Bangladesh, saying either you confirm playing by January 21st or you get replaced. Well, you'd remember that Pakistan had said very clearly that we are going to side with Bangladesh and aid them when it comes to this, because they do believe also that that's a security threat. And there's an interesting development that is coming basis Pakistani media reports, wherein it said that Pakistan have now paused their T20 World Cup preparations due to that ultimatum. They have assured Bangladesh of their full support because they agree that there is a security threat for that team in India. Very interesting development, because again, there had been talks that potentially Pakistan may pull out in solidarity if Bangladesh are forced to play their games in India, which is going to seem to be the case. If Bangladesh are having to play the World Cup, they've been told nothing doing, no shifting out venues. You play in India or forfeit. If they forfeit, the news reports and in fact common sense of ranking suggests that Scotland would be the team that benefits, considering they are next in the rankings among the teams that haven't qualified. It is worth noting though that as of now the ICC have not reached out to Scotland, and more importantly Scotland themselves have not reached out to the ICC out of respect of the situation for the Bangladesh Cricket Board. Now that does make sense, they did not want to reach out prematurely, but remember the deadline day is tomorrow, so all eyes are going to be on that. More cricket news, but this time on the women's side of things. RCB have sealed their spot in the WPL playoffs, and as things stand, are one win away from sealing a spot in the final automatically. They've played 5 games so far this season and won them all, proving that they remain one of the teams to beat, despite the fact that a mega auction came in and the fact that they are actually missing a top level competitor in Elise Perry. Switching focus now from the world of cricket to football, and the Moroccan football team, well, they were rocked by the fact that they lost the AFCON final 1-0 to Senegal, and now they have reportedly announced, in fact they have announced officially, that they will be pursuing legal action along with the CAF, the Confederation of the African Football Confederation, and FIFA, the World Football Governing Body, over the walk-off of the Senegal team, which they say actually caused a distraction and significantly altered the nature of the result. And another, reason why they actually lost that final, I'm not disagreeing with their fact, but the fact that Brahim Diaz missed the penalty whilst attempting a penenka definitely didn't help their case either. And he's now opened up and said that it's something that he's going to carry with him, and he's deeply scarred and heartbroken by what happened. Obviously, you could see even after the final, he was fairly inconsolable. Wasn't even happy when being given the trophy of the tournament's top goal scorer, because again, the one time where he really needed to score, he ended up missing and cost Morocco the final. Novak Djokovic, a lot of eyes are on the tennis star, the aging tennis star, because again, Australian Open 2026 gives him the latest opportunity to add that 25th Grand Slam title to his resume. He's made a good start, of course, by beating Spain's Pedro Martinez in straight sets in his opening game. Of course, Novak, the kind of form he's shown, he's had no problems breezing past opening games. It's in the semis where he has more often than not been undone, particularly last year. In a humiliating incident as well for India and Indian sports in general, India's top pole vaulters Dev Meena and Kuldeep Yadav were forced off a train due to having their pole vaulting equipment with them, which the ticket collector ruled as being unauthorized luggage, and they were thrown out of the train and stranded at the Panvel railway station for hours. Definitely not the way you'd be wanting to treat top level athletes. And again, you have to remember, for those who have, and there's been a lot of mixed reactions where people saying they should have found other ways. That's expensive equipment that might not always be easy to transport, or at least when I say easy, I mean cheap to transport. So, whilst he may technically have been doing his job, it's raised a lot of questions over what is right and what is wrong. Last bit of news, and one we've already confirmed yesterday: Saina Nehwal has retired from the sport of badminton. She's last played a tournament in 23, hasn't been active on the circuit since, and now she's confirmed in a podcast that yes, I have retired. I will no longer be playing. And it was knee injuries and knee issues that ended up getting to her. So that's it from us on this edition of the Morning Wrap. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, if you enjoy our work, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment also, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And stay tuned for more such updates through the day from the world of sport.